the channel. If this is your very first time, my name is Toni. So we are doing a 2-in-1 today. We're going to go ahead and do makeup, and then we are going to do a get ready with me outfit inspo for fall type look. I have been seeing this viral underpainting method everywhere, okay? Everywhere. And I'm one of those people, I'm a stickler. Once I know something, once I've got my method down, I don't want to change it. But I did finally try the underpainting method, and I'm mad that I didn't try it sooner. When I say it's giving my makeup a flawless finish, I'm not exaggerating, and you guys will see here in just a moment, because that is the method that we're going to do today. So it's kind of going to be a makeup tutorial because I want to teach the underpainting method the way that I do it. But then, like I said, also we are going to go ahead and create a quick and easy fall type look. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and start with brows. So if you guys have been here, you know that I don't do much to my brows, okay? My brows are already thick, they're already full. So I'm just going to start by brushing them up with my spoolie brush and just adding a pinch of color. I'm gonna brush them up and add some color. So let me tell y'all something real quick. While I'm doing this, I can kind of go off on a my eyebrow pencil is empty. Okay, I think I found a backup. I think we're gonna make it work. I only need just a pinch of color. So I think this is gonna do. And that's crazy because I was just about to tell you guys, I filmed this whole entire video 2 days ago. How about when I get done filming, I immediately look at my microphone and my microphone is turned off. Yeah. So I could have definitely used the footage and been like, you know, I can just do a voiceover. My mouth is moving, but so what? Whatever. People get it. People know that, you know, sometimes stuff happens. But I just was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Let me just go ahead and refilm it. So yeah, I just had to say that because I thought I was about to have a whole nother situation with this whole eyebrow pencil not being, I don't know what happened. I think it just broke. But anyway, I digress. I am starting with my brows, as you can see, and I do not like this pencil. Oh my gosh. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I don't need much color, so let's just try to, we're gonna make it work. I'm going in with, next is my Anastasia Brow Wax, and I'll make sure that all of this is listed below in the description box, everything that I'm using. But I like the laminate look, so all I do on my brows is I add a little bit of color, and then I let this brow wax sit for just a moment to kind of harden up just a little bit. And then I go back in with my spoolie brush to brush them in place. While this is sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my primer just so I can make sure that that's out of the way, to let that primer kind of just set in for a second, which I am using my Nars Radiance Primer, because I am out of my e.l.f., which I usually use the little Power Grip Primer. It works so good. $10. I don't even know if it's a full $10. Like, I like it. I'm just using this because this is what I have right now at home. I actually ran out of my e.l.f., so use what you got to get what you want. Ain't that what she said on Players Club? I mean, I'm just saying, those were words of wisdom. Don't act like they weren't. So anyway, I am just going to let this set in. Like I said, and I'm only doing this because I want to give my brows a moment to just really let that brow wax absorb in, so that they can like really be nice and straight. I always use my skin tone concealer under my eye. I don't like the highlighted look. Some people like to use their lighter concealer up there. Perfectly fine, to each his own. I like to use the one that is more skin tone because I don't like that super highlighted flashback on my brows. So I have my concealer ready. I'm gonna take my spoolie brush and I'm just gonna show y'all. Like, y'all see the difference? And please don't pay attention. I know there's color smearing. Like I said, y'all hear my brow situation, okay? My brow pencil was empty. But anyway, like, just look at how straight that is. And it's gonna stay like that all day. So even with the underpainting method, some people, you can definitely do your brows last. Like, I've tried them both ways. I've tried to do my brows last and I've tried to do my brows first. I honestly just like doing them first because I can carve them out the way that I want to, but I can soften them up during the process. I find it a little bit hard to shape up the brows once you have everything in place, because I don't want that concealer. I don't want the concealer to just sit, you know. I want to blend it down and make sure it's blended with powder and everything. So that is why I do mine first. So I'm just gonna take my brush, and I use the 224 brush by Morphe. This is the only brush I use on my brows. So I'm just gonna take that and I'm just going to tap the product in place just to, you know, like spread it out evenly. And then I go in and carve. All right, and that's it on the brows. So then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender, and as you guys can see, I get tongue tied every video, I promise. Whew, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think I just talk too fast, y'all. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm taking my beauty blender. You guys saw that I put a little bit of concealer on my eyelid, and I am just blending between where I stopped at with my concealer on the brow bone and then bringing that into the eye. I am doing a bronzer look today, but one thing that I do like to do, even when I'm just doing a bronzer look, I still like to set my eyes with powder. I just feel like it really ties in the look. It brings the eyes together and it really just makes the bronzer pop a little bit more, in my opinion. And when I'm tapping this in, I do like to bring my powder up into my brow just a little bit. I like a really mattified makeup look. I don't like any shine. I just feel like matte makeup looks really good on my skin. So because you do have like that little shine that comes after you put your concealer in place, I like to go in right in those areas as far as I can reach it to the top with my powder and just dust over it. That way it gives a really nice matte look and it's very clean, just like how I like it. Eyes are set. Next, I'm gonna go in with that bronzer. So just to let you guys know, the underpainting method really and truly just applies to the actual face. So that's why I'm going in with my brows and eyes and getting all of that done first, because really and truly the whole underpainting method, it really comes down to the concealer, the bronzer, and putting the foundation on top of all of those products. So like I said, I'm just going to hit my eyes with a little bit of bronzer, which you guys can see me doing here. I'm going to go in with some eyeliner just because, I mean, you guys don't need to see me do eyeliner. I mean, it's eyeliner. But I'll go ahead and finish out these two steps and then we'll actually get into the face and the underpainting method. So now that my eyes are done, like I said, I have done my brows, I have set my eyes with powder, put my bronzer on, eyeliner is done. Now everything else is smooth sailing, I promise y'all. So like I said, with the underpainting method, basically instead of doing your foundation first, you're going to do all of the other layers underneath, which does really and truly provide a nicer, smoother, flawless finish on the makeup. So I like to do single layer type makeup application. I don't want to like build it up. I just want to put everything at the same time. So I do go in with my lightest concealer and I'm going to go in the inner corner of my eye with the brighter color. Now I know that, you know, the current way the girlies are doing is like a little here and a little there. Do y'all see this? When I smile, I get bags under my eyes just because of how high because of how high my cheekbones are. So I do like to add a little bit extra coverage on the concealer. Not gonna lie to y'all, I do extend it down and this just helps me hide my under eye bags a little bit better. So I go in with my lightest color and then right next to it, I'm going in with my skin tone concealer and we'll use that going backwards. So I'm doing two little areas or patches, whatever you want to call them. I'm doing two areas on each side of the darker color, one right there after the lighter and then one right here kind of like right on the back end of where my wing is on my liner, because I do want to make sure that it's nice and cleaned and that all of my lines from my liner are super defined. I'm going to use the rest of my face with this like darker shade of concealer out of the two to do the rest of my face. I'm doing my cupid's bow, my chin, and then down the bridge of my nose, of course. And then I do three small areas right there on my forehead because I do not like my forehead super highlighted. That's just a no-go for me. I've done it before. Trust me, it's not a good look. The last area that I'm going to do is carve out my cheeks. So I used to definitely be one of those girls who could not stand doing the lighter powder on top for whatever reason. I just didn't like how it left like a little white cast, even with putting my skin tone powder on top. With this method, I can still carve out around my cheeks and it looks amazing. Even after it's all said and done, you can't see any like lines of demarcation. You can't see any highlighted white cast type areas. None of it is there. I'm telling y'all. Y'all just gonna have to see. Y'all will see when I get done. I'm going in with my cream bronzer and I take this around the forehead and then around the jawline, down here, just a little bit, a little brush. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a little, okay. And then I do this area, of course, right above the concealer. I just have to switch my brush because I do like to go ahead and define my nose and put my bronzer on my nose. And when I do my bronzer, I do like to extend it upward and kind of like curve it into the eye, just so it gives that nice depth and shadow and gives a really nice contour for the nose. This is your opportunity too. If you want to put blush, like a cream blush, you would definitely do this now and put it right above your bronzer areas. I have been honestly loving the bronzer look, so I haven't been doing blush as much, which is crazy because if y'all have been here, then y'all know I am a blush girl. I love some blush, but I'm just kind of in this like very soft, just the bronzer look. I've been feeling the bronzer look. So I know a lot of people say, oh, blend from top to bottom. Blend, however, because it's all gonna get blended. I don't really care. I actually, oh, how did I do that? I like to actually start from the bottom and work my way upward. So I always start with moving the bronzer around my jawline, and I kind of do it like on the jawline, and then I extend it downward just a little bit into my neck. I do that because it definitely like makes my jawline a little more defined. It brings a little more definition around that area. So I just kind of like to do that, you know, like I said, I added a little more than a little bit, but it's okay because it's gonna look good. I promise y'all. Trust the process, baby. Trust the process. And like I said, I don't blend in any particular area. I know it all has to get blended. So then I'm gonna jump up here to the top and I'm going to begin to move that product around on my forehead. And really and truly, you don't have to like blend it. You just kind of want to get everything in its place. That's kind of how I look at it, because when I go in before I put my foundation or right after, I just want to make sure everything is in its place. So really and truly, I'm just moving product around right now to get it in the position that I want it to be. So next, I'm going to go ahead and do right here above the concealer. So one thing about doing it on your cheeks is that you might, you know, if you bump into the concealer a little bit and you lose the bronzer, you can always just go back with the same product that's already on your brush and redefine it. So I'm sure I'll probably have to do that in a minute, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see, once I blended out my concealer, it kind of raised up the bronzer just a little bit. That's okay. Just take whatever is on your brush and kind of just blend upward. That way you don't have such a heavy line of where the bronzer stops and where the concealer starts. So now you see I've got a little bit too much because I didn't realize that there was that much product on this brush. It's okay, and just continue to blend it out and switching and alternating in between the two. So if you feel like you need to go ahead and throw a little more concealer on there to get the definition back, good, go for it. This is your opportunity to do that right now. But for me, I think this is good. I have the definition is still there. You can definitely see between where the bronzer is defined on my jaw, or not my jaw, Lord have mercy, on my cheek. Create your own method of madness. Whatever works best, whatever order of blending, do that. I just find this easier to kind of set me up to begin to pull all of the rest of my face together. So now that I have my bronzers like blended down, kind of in the place that I want them to be, I'm going to start by blending out the rest of the concealer. So I always like to just start with my chin. Again, I don't know, maybe I just overall like starting at the bottom, but this is just the method that I do. Nose, just tapping and keeping the concealer concentrated in the area that it already is in. I don't want to move it. I just kind of want to work it into the area that it's already setting in. And it should be easier to do. It should be thickened up just a little bit because we did technically let this sit for just a little bit. So it should be easy to kind of begin to move around. And then when I get to my forehead, again, I want to tap right in a very like small circumference area, just because again, I don't want my forehead to be super bright. Like, it's already looking bigger, and I'll show you guys how I tame that and tone it down. But for now, like I said, just kind of going windshield wiping motions. That's what I like to call it, just from one side to the other, just to get the circumference area that you're wanting for that highlighted area on the forehead. So when it comes to the under eye, because I like I said, I like to do a single layer makeup application. I don't want to build products this time around because I like the softer look when it comes to the makeup. So instead of blending out this highlighted area first, I am only going to start blending out the deeper of the two colors on the concealers. Honestly feel like too, just pointing this out, when you let the concealers sit and you do like put them all on at one time, it just allows you to save on the consumption of your products. So we all know, like, I'm using Too Faced for my concealers. These Too Faced concealers are almost $40. I think they like $36 or 30 something dollars. I want to save as much of this as possible and get the maximum amount of usage out of it. So doing the makeup like this in this single layer application style, but also doing the underpainting method, I feel like I'm controlling the amount of concealer that I'm putting on, especially since again, I'm only doing one layer and I'm just allowing the products that I have on my face to just set, thicken up, and that way I can get the maximum coverage, but also, like I said, maximum usage. So as you can see here, I've got the entire base of my makeup. All of my concealers are in place. All of my bronzers are in place. You can already see where I have my face carved out at. So now it's time to put the foundation on top. Now, this was the reason why I was hesitant to do this makeup style. I'm like, okay, if I put the foundation on top, then aren't I going to lose all of the definition that I just created? No. You will not. It's actually going to make the makeup look so flawless, I promise you. And just like I was talking about with saving consumption on concealer, that is the only amount of foundation that I'm using. Literally, I think this is like a half a pump of foundation, okay? So I'm just going to dab that all over these areas. Like, so I'm bringing it on top of my bronzer, I'm bringing it on top of the concealer area down here, and I am also bringing it just around this little area that I created on my forehead. I'm bringing it around on that top area of the color that I put up there, which was my lighter concealer, or my face tone one, but it looks highlighted. Y'all get what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to dab this around. That's literally the only foundation I'm using. So like I said, you are saving so much on your makeup application and products just by changing the way that you apply them. So now I'm putting my foundation on top, but you see it's providing like such a smoother finish. And then once I go in and define using my powdered bronzers, then you'll really be able to see how everything comes together. But like I said, I know it seems weird. Trust me, I was the same. I'm like, put the foundation on top. That makes no sense, but it gives such a flawless finish to the skin. It's crazy. Like, you literally will look like a professional makeup artist by the time you get done just applying your makeup like this, because it's softer, it's defined, like it's softer, but you don't lose the definition. But just the overall application itself, it just will give a much flawless, smoother finish. You do need to go back and define, like, okay, up here I have a much smaller highlighted area, which is exactly what I wanted. But if you lose any of the definition, just go back with the same brushes, don't add any more products, and then you can just continue with the same, you know, blending, just kind of touching it up around those areas. And then one area I like to touch up is my chin, just kind of bringing that concealer back to make sure that it is covered in that area. So I promise y'all, we are almost done. Like, that's how quick and easy this process is, and it takes you probably less than 30 minutes just to get ready in the morning. So I am done with my foundation. That is all I need. I want to go ahead and make sure that I have my powder ready, because of course we don't want to set any creases, baby. We don't want to set creases. So I like to have my powder ready to go while I blend out under my under eye. One thing that I do want to point out, and this is if you have the same struggles for whatever reason, my nose, or the creases of my nose, like to be the first ones to crack. So I'm going to put just a little bit there. I don't need to let it set and thicken up or nothing like that. I just want to put some there, because as I blend out, I'm going to hit those areas really good. And with the lighter powder, of course, since we want this focused on the inner corner, you don't want to move that product over too much. You just want to really keep it concentrated in this area. And I like to come right on the side of where that bronzer is on my nose, because we are going to let that area bake for a hot second, just because I want my nose contour to, you know, I want it to look good, okay? So once you've got it concentrated in the inner corner, if you feel like you want to just blend it out some just to kind of give a smooth finish, you can. But again, see, by the time I come over here, I'm not bringing too much product at all. And then I'm ready to go ahead and set, getting with my powder, dusting off the excess, and then applying. One thing to remember about doing your under eye is you always want to build up the product under your under eye. If you go in with too much powder initially, you are going to make it cake up, okay? Trust me, I have walked out with my makeup bad enough for the both of us that I don't need you to do that. I'm telling you, just go in with small amounts of powder and then blend it out and increase it as needed. But honestly, anybody setting under the under eye does not need a lot of powder. You really don't. It sets so nicely. Like, look at the finish. Look at the finish. Like, you can see the bags on my side over here just a little bit still. Like I said, if I'm back here, it's smooth, and that comes from not putting too much powder. So just pointing that out, like I said, I've made the mistakes for us both, okay? I have powdered my face, under my eye, my cupid's bow, my chin. I'm going to throw a little bit of powder down my nose, and I'm going to let it bake for a minute. So I just want to bring a little more highlight and definition to those areas. So I'm going to put a little bit down the bridge of the nose, and then I'm also going to put a little bit on the sides of the nose, just to, again, kind of define out my contour that is on my nose. Only other thing that I want to do is just put a little bit, a pinch of powder right here in this highlighted area on my forehead. Not too much though, because like I said, I don't want a super highlighted forehead. Just a little bit, just a pinch, like this much. And don't pay attention. My nail is broke. I got two of them that broke, so they weren't broke. Listen, they weren't broke the other day when I first filmed this video, but it's okay. It's all right. So if you ever feel like you're blending out your forehead and you lose a little bit of definition on the brows, it's okay. Just go ahead, go back in with your spoolie brush, and you can always fix that inner corner of the brow just to make sure it's back softened up the way that you want it to be. I'm done with my lighter powder. Next, I'm going in with my one size, which is my skin tone powder, to really pull the whole entire face together. I love this powder, but I cannot for the life of me stand this opening on, like, this little bitty sliver. Somebody, anybody, if y'all have this product, please tell me how y'all get it out, because maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. I love the powder though. I love it, like love it. But I cannot stand this opening. Like, I'm confused. Honestly, the look is almost fully complete. The only thing we need to do is go in with bronzer, which I do like to use two different bronzers. And that's only because one of my bronzers gives like more of a red tone, and the other is more of like a true bronzer look for my skin complexion. So I go in with the regular color first, and then I put the reddish tone one on top just to kind of pull everything together. And basically you want to bronze in the same exact areas that you put your cream bronzer. So just working right in those areas to really warm the skin back up and tie it all together. If you feel like there's too much bronzer, just go back with your sponge and just kind of keep tapping in those areas until it's blended the way that you want it to be. I do want to go back with my bronzer. I'm not using the reddish tone one that I was telling you about. I'm just using the regular one to go in and put powder and define in the areas where that cream bronzer was, just to make sure everything is nice and defined. Like I said, closing that off around the nose, and then making sure that I am extending into the eye just a little bit to give a little darker shade right there in the inner corner of the eye, just to make sure like when you see my contour, it really like flares out. How do I want to say that? I guess, yeah, flares out when it kind of reaches up here as it begins to come outward. I want to make sure that the depth and color is like the deeper colors are there in kind of that crease area to make it a little more defined. And just keep using a blending sponge or brush or whatever you have to keep softening the areas that you want softened. So I want my nose to be defined, but do I want you to see like a really harsh black dark line going down my nose? No, I want it to be a little soft. So I'm going to just go in with this sponge and blend out until it's softened up the way that I want it to be. The last thing left for me to do is to go ahead and put on my lashes, but first I'm just going to go ahead and take my all-nighter spray and set my face. All right, so I'm just gonna throw my lashes on and throw on some gloss, because honestly, I'm not doing a lip or anything like that. I wanna keep it very soft and very simple. So let me do that, and then we'll come back and see the makeup look before we get into the outfit for today. So this is the makeup look. Like I said, the underpainting method, in my opinion, gives flawless finish. Like, look at my face. I mean, just the blending and everything, like it really just gives out that smooth, nice finished look, like super clean, super polished. Like, I just love this makeup look. But I feel like this underpainting method is chef's kiss, and it is definitely, like, I understand now why it's viral. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the outfit. So let me pop up and move my camera so we can get into the outfit look of the day. Okay, so for the top, I have this sweater. It's like a half cropped sweater with super long sleeve, and it's split on the side. I got this from Nicole Lionel, and actually I bought this sweater last year. Y'all ever see something that you just like, oh my gosh, I gotta have it, but I don't have anything to wear with it? This was that sweater. I got it like when it first came out, because if you shop on her boutique site, then you know when she comes out with stuff, it's gone, okay? So I ordered it, but I didn't have anything to wear with it, and then I ended up putting it away for the season. So I'm literally just popping the tags on this sweater today to go ahead and put it on. So this is how it looks. Like I said, it has the split on the side, so like literally my whole entire side is open, but it's cute, like I said, because once I put my pants on, you won't be able to like really, like, it's not like I'm gonna walk around with my whole side out. Like, they dangle enough to where it's still covered as long as I keep my arms down. And then it actually has like this little like cutout, so I don't know, it's cute. And then the necklace that I already had on, which is from Belljoy, I did a partnership with them a while ago, but since it's longer, I can just like let it dangle out like that. The earrings I put on just a second ago, those are from JLuxe Label. So that is the necklace and earrings. Now I have these pants that I'm gonna have to move the camera angle in a second, just because the way that I have my camera set up right now, you won't be able to see them all the way. But these are the cargo pants that I'm putting on. These are from Fashion Nova. So these are like that super heavy, chunky, pocketed cargo jean type material. I bought these recently, and I was like, what am I gonna wear with them? I didn't want to wear like a plain top because that's kind of boring. So when I looked at this in my closet the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, that sweater will go so cute with those pants. So I'll show you guys in a second, but these definitely are tall girl friendly pants. So I am just under 5'8", and I could probably get away with wearing these pants with like a cute baby heel, like a cute pointed toe baby heel, maybe 3 inches, but that would be it. I can't wear these with like an actual tall heel because by the time I put them on, my pants aren't going to hang the way that I want them to. They're gonna look like hot waters, and I don't like that. So like I said, I'll show you guys the pants in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw on just a couple of bracelets. So this bracelet is from J Lux Label. I actually have 2 of these. One of them has like little grooves and stuff, but I think just for this look, I want to go with the smoother bracelet. And then I have this bracelet. I honestly, oh, Express. I got this bracelet from Express like, I don't know, maybe last year. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the other side. I've got a bracelet on each arm. I'm going to throw a couple of rings on. So for rings, I have a couple of different rings that I'm going to put on, just like some cute little ringlet things to put on. I'm going to actually switch this finger. I had it on my index finger at first, but I told you guys I broke my nail. So I'm going to put this one on my middle finger, but it's just like this cute little open type ring. And this one is actually from Ana Luisa. I did a partnership with them here recently, and I think that's a super cute ring. And then the other ones are some older ones that I already had that I'm just gonna pop on, just kind of on different various fingers. So for the fragrance that we're gonna do today, I'm gonna do my my YSL Libre. I love this scent. I could wear this all day, every day. I feel like everybody has like their signature scent. This is definitely my signature scent. It's like a dark, rich, like kind of musk, but like woodsy smell. Oh, it smells amazing on me. I actually don't have any pointed toed heels right now, but because I said that I don't want to wear regular heels, because I definitely have some nude ones that I could put on. But like I said, I want my pants to look long. I'm a tall girl, so I want my pants to look long, and like, I don't know, I just want that look. So I'm gonna go in with some flats, and I'm using these cheetah print flats from Steve Madden, just to give the outfit a little bit more pop. So I have my reds and my browns, but I'm like, okay, the shoes need to do a little something. I don't want to just have a basic color. These are the pants. So like I said, with my pants, they've got the super heavy cargo, and like I said, these are tall girl friendly. So what I was saying was, like, I can, you know, definitely fold these up a little bit so that they're not dragging the floor, but honestly, when I start walking, they don't drag. And then if I want to shorten them up on the bottom, I can have my pants sit like right at my waist and kind of make them high waist. They do gap a little bit in the back, and that's no BBL problem, baby. That's real butt back there, okay? But my pants, I probably get this tailored just a little bit so they can come like, you know, a little bit tighter around the waist. But it's fine because the way that my sweater is, it's definitely like covering. So this is the whole entire look, you guys. I know this is probably, like I said, a little hard to see. I'm trying to back up so I can show y'all. But like I said, top again is from Nicole Lionel, pants are Fashion Nova, and then the shoes are from Steve Madden. They just give a little pop. And with the gold accessories, like I said, this is just super cute. This can be every day, but it can also be at night. I feel like I'm trying to lower this thing so y'all can see my face. But it can definitely give, like I said, a universal type look for the overall, you know, whatever you want to wear it for, it can definitely be for that. So that is it on today's 2-in-1. We've got the makeup look, which was the underpainting method that I wanted to show you guys, and then we have a nice cute fall type outfit vibe. And this is something that you could wear during the day, you could wear it to brunch, or you could even wear it to dinner. Like, I think this is a very universal look that you could pull it off with multiple different things in mind. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below, tell me what you guys think, if we're liking this style where we're combining makeup and putting a look together. Definitely let me know if you guys like this style of content instead of just regular makeup or regular fashion. y'all just let me know, okay? Y'all just let me know. But anyway, that is going to put a wrap on today's video. I will have everything down in the description box below. If you've been here before, then baby, you already know what's coming. But if not, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, baby. And also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well, so you can see when the videos are going up on my channel. Until next time, bye.